Hey everybody, welcome to this new Let's Play of Pokemon Crystal, aka Generation 2. Let's watch the intro.
I didn't notice. Does it really do that?
No, I had to add that. So yes, welcome everybody to Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. I of course am Shadow Blizzard 3000. I'm being joined by my older sister Andrea and my of course esteemed Let's Play partner Drak 2326.
I'm scared! I'm scared! I don't know what I just heard!
Yes, I did add the Crystal Whisper. That's my little nod back to Chugga Conroy.
Alright. Well, welcome everybody to Pokemon Crystal. We finally came back!
Yes, we're back with the Pokemons, and yet again to take on the Johto region, because it's a whole new world we live in.
It's a whole new world we live in.
And yet I think Johto is one of the worst anime series as far as the Pokemon go.
I would kind of agree.
Are you sure?
It went a little long, in my opinion. Are you a boy or are you a girl?
I do pick boy this time.
He had to nod Chugga Conroy, I had to nod Pro Jared. I refuse to check the clock.
Setting the clock is kind of pointless in Pokemon Crystal because after daylight savings time comes, it pretty much fucks up the time, but yeah, this was the first game to, of course, utilize the day-night cycles, which became a standard pretty much from this point on, except Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby, which didn't use the day-night cycle. Although they did use
so basically, clock. All the games after this.
Pretty much everything except Gen 3 of all. As far Red Leaf Green, they didn't use a day-night cycle either.
You know what? I'm gonna leave Oak to you.
But although Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald didn't use the day-night cycle, they still utilized the internal clock of the Nintendo Game Boy Advance to do things with tides because there's so much water passageways in that game.
Yeah,
that's kind of a unique thing.
And people will notice that we apparently don't care about Professor Oak. Because Alex doesn't want to voice him.
Oh, Professor Oak, you're now, what did you say your name was? They're happy.
There you go.
I do give him a new name.
Ooh, Chris, no.
And...
oh my gosh, is his name Gold or something?
His name would be technically Gold, but I don't name him Gold. I name him Hero. No, this is not a homage to Big Hero 6. I started this before Big Hero 6.
I didn't even think about that, but that is awesome. And therefore your first Pokemon must be Baymax.
It's not though. It's not a because I started this before Big Hero 6 came out, so.
But it can't go back to recharging until you say you're satisfied with your care. Alright, so we are in the game now. Let's see if we can find a Nintendo console in here.
Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk. Please tune in next time. Pokemon Channel. This is DJ Mary, your co-host. Pokemon Channel. Go to your PC. And there's no items. Some games do.
Yeah, some games, they actually have a potion in your PC.
Oh, and I just realized, so we have a Pokemon expert here with us. That would be the completionist Andrea, because she knows everything in and out of Pokemon. She's usually the reference that we go to on stuff.
Ironic, considering I'm the one who got Andrea into Pokemon.
Yes, that is kind of ironic. But she's literally the Pokemon dictionary. Uh-oh, and it's Professor Elm.
It isn't Professor Elm.
No. I'm saying, instead of dealing with Professor Oak in this game, this is another change, and kind of a trope now of the series. You deal with a professor with a tree name, and in this one, it is Professor Elm of New Barktown. I always laugh at that whole thing.
Now I'm wanting to watch Pokemon from the beginning again.
You haven't even finished!
So yes, I started on Tuesday. Is daylight saving time in effect? Yes, it is. At the time of this recording, now it's not.
Yeah, but I gotta wait for more episodes to come up so I can watch them on Pokemon X and Y.
By the way, it doesn't matter if you say yes or no, she's still gonna tell you how to use the Pokegear.
Yes, that's actually another new feature of this game. It's kind of the equivalent of people wanted the Pokedex to do more than that, so they added the Pokegear.
Mm-hmm.
The Pokegear is roughly like a cell phone, a radio. I'm trying to think of some of the
There's
other...
a movie on TV. Stars dot the skies. Two boys ride on a train. I'd better get rolling too. I actually don't know what that movie is.
Because we're 10 years old, and in this world, that means you're drafted into the world of Pokemon.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, not every kid could be
Yo,
excited.
hero.
So yeah, I'm trying to think, are there any other features of the Pokegear aside from those?
Radio, cell phone. That's kind of it as far as this game goes.
Yeah.
Now who's that guy just staring in the window there?
That
Hello,
would be
mister. What are you staring at? Oh, well, gee, how rude.
That would be the Gary Effin Oak of this game series.
Hero, there you are. I needed to ask you a favor. I'm conducting a new Pokemon research. Right now, I was wondering if you could help me with it, Hero. You see, I'm writing a paper that I want to present at a conference, but there are some things I don't quite understand yet. So, I'd like you to raise a Pokemon that I recently caught. Yes! Thanks, Hero. You're a great help. When I'll delve a bit deeper into the many mysteries of Pokemon. You can count on it. Yes, unfortunately, my sound problems are back from Pokemon Yellow. I promise they'll go away later because I finally decided to dump Fraps in favor of a new program.
Is it Camtasia?
Now, Bandicam. Raving about his discoveries! Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that his time is real. But it's intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Wait! I know! Hero, can you go into our place? I suddenly shifted to the Professor Farnsworth. I want you to raise one Pokemon contained in these balls. You'll be that Pokemon's first partner, Hero. Come on, pick one. Good news, everybody.
Good news, everyone!
You can, of course, pick from Cyndaquil, Totodile, and
Chikorita.
And I guess the real question is, who do you pick? You pick Cyndaquil.
pick Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil is a wee bit overpowered as a starter Pokemon in this game.
Yeah, Cyndaquil's kind of the easy mode.
Is it really? On this one?
I believe so, yeah.
I guess maybe for this one, because, you know, it just depends on which generation you play.
Yeah, like in Gen 1, and Charmander would be the hard
The way that they
mode.
literally rigged it in Gen 1 was, like, if you picked Bulbasaur, you had an advantage over the first two gyms.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of that in my head. I don't think Cyndaquil has an advantage in the first two gyms.
Not a particular advantage, but no disadvantage compared to Chikorita, where you're at an immediate disadvantage.
But Totodile wouldn't have one either, I don't think.
No, but again, he's at least a neutral to shield you from super effectiveness.
Ah, I gotcha, okay. Alright, so we have our Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil! And we have a potion! Already, they're trying to get us hooked on the drugs.
Hello again, mysterious red-haired stranger.
Let's just call him Gary Effin Oak. Oh my gosh! We're going to have a battle!
And it's a Pidgey.
And this is another major innovation of the series. First of all, this is kind of the yellow of the Gen 2, So one of the things that got added was motion to the Pokemon.
That's right.
You also have...
You also have male-female segregation.
Yeah, you also have the introduction of male to female, where in Gen 1, the only male and female were Nidoran, and they had 2 corresponding evolutions. Now, does that mean there are 2 completely different evolutions? Absolutely not. But that also goes into yet another feature of the game, breeding.
Breeding. Which I don't do.
How dare you?
Well, later on, when they, in later generations, some males and females will evolve into certain things. But that's later on.
Well, and the other thing that breeding also co-ops into is some of the new 100 Pokemon that came in this game were pre-evolutions. So at that point, you can start a Pikachu from a Pichu.
Yeah, the baby Pokemon.
Yes, and I think that was more... It's one of those things Game Freak, I think, is always trying to get girls into Pokemon. Because they always try to add cutesy features.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying every feature is a cutesy feature, but there's always at least one. So in this case, it was the pre-evolutions and the breeding.
Yeah. And there's also 2 new additions to this generation, which I very much doubt I'll encounter because of the incredible rarity. One is, of course, the shiny Pokemon, which makes your Pokemon go beam, sparkle, sparkle.
Oh, and we didn't even mention the other big change that we passed, which is, this was the first of the games to let you pick a gender.
Yes.
After that, every one of them does, but in this, and basically... I like to make the joke that it's just because Ash needs a female compatriot in every series, so when they design Ash, then they go into a female version, and it's always the female that gets in there. Yes, we may need some Sonic music, dude.
Later, actually. And, yeah, the other rare thing I forgot to mention, I haven't mentioned actually, is a little ability called Pokerus. It's incredibly rare. It's essentially your Pokemon gets a virus, basically. Yeah. And it kind of boosts their stats for a short time. And it's so rare, your chances of encountering a shiny are better than getting Pokerus.
Yeah, but it makes me think of Adam's Sandslash that always did crits.
My broken Sandslash?
That was a big Gen 1 oversight. More proof, people, that Gen 1 is not the greatest gen.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was the greatest gen when I got that really broken Sandslash.
Yeah.
But I'm a little biased on the matter, so... This is another feature that they added, was berries and items that your Pokemon could carry with them in case of emergency. So you actually could equip these berries to your Pokemon, and then they would use it at a given moment. And that also added the option of having unique items that came... I don't know if they came in this game, but they came much later. That would boost your Pokemon stats if you had them.
Oh, those have been around since Gen 1. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you?
No, I mean, like, stuff that, like, you could actually hold something that would boost your... I'm trying to think of an actual...
Boost this... Oh, I think I know what you're saying.
Like leftovers and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, like leftovers or charcoal.
I don't think they were in this game.
They are.
Okay.
In fact, I get charcoal later. This is a Pokemon. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items.
So it's not like we held your hand in the first game, but we're gonna hold it even more.
Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their prized Pokemon there. This is the sea, as you can see. Some Pokemon are found only in water.
And the guy standing out there.
Here, it's my house. Thank you for your company. Let me give you a small gift. And you receive the map.
Oh, that's another feature of the Pokegear, the map.
Yes.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. Didn't Gen 1 have a map?
Yes, it did, but it's its own key item.
And of course, since this was the first gen that actually incorporated color, we actually have stuff that isn't just of one color. So when you go into Cerulean City, it's just blue. Well,
Wow.
when you go into, where are we at?
How about Vermilion?
Cherry Grove. Is this Cherry Grove City?
Yeah.
When you go into Cherry Grove City, it's not all pink. It's actually got green plants. It's got pink roofs. I know I said it doesn't have pink, but it does have pink. Oh, and also the other thing you might have noticed is, guess who the nurse looks like?
Nurse Joy.
She looks like Nurse Joy. It's official, the anime dominates all.
Well, I think they did that in yellow.
Yes, they did, but in
yeah.
the original ones, they did not.
Yeah.
So people remember from my blue playthrough, she just looked like some glamour girl or whatever. Alright.
Another feature tells you what route you're on.
And also you can tell, if you're listening really well, the music has improved greatly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was really because, crap, what's his name again? That does
Junichi Masuda.
Matsuda, I think at this point was wanting to push the envelope of the Game Boy Colors, considering how late it came in
Yeah.
this cycle. So he wanted to push the envelope. And look, to the Gen 1 purists, I get why you like Gen 1, but this is a significant improvement on the series as a whole.
Absolutely. And considering this was going to be the last Pokemon game, you know, this would have been an
that's
excellent.
right.
This would have been an excellent way to go out.
Yeah, it would have. Because I don't even think he was considering doing Gen 3 until much later.
That's right. It's a fruit-bearing tree, and I get a berry.
Yes, that looks like a fruit-bearing tree and not like a fire flower or something.
More Miyamoto influence.
It's Nintendo. Miyamoto influences all. That's why I call him Lord Shigeru.
And he is still a producer on this game. This is the last
Yep.
one he produces for. Mr. Pokemon's house? It's a bit farther up ahead. You can see they're having a battle. Go, Rattata! What? This is a big battle. Leave me alone.
And there's another Miyamoto influence, the dancing flowers, because that's been in who knows how many Mario games.
And it's a poison cure berry, or a poison cure berry.
No, you have to say it the way it's written. Berry.
Hello, hello, you must be Hero. Professor Elm said you would visit. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Hero received the mystery egg. Hero put the mystery egg in the key pocket. I was a tree, so I sent mail to Professor Elm. While Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. It's my assumption correct, Professor Elm will know it. Who wants to take out?
I'll take care of him. Hey, Mook! Good news, everyone! I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon! I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here! Good news! What's this? A rare Pokemon! Let's see! I see! Huzzah! I understand why Professor Elm wanted a Pokemon for this errand! To researchers like Professor Elm and myself, Pokemon are our friends! Huzzah! He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokédex. It automatically records data on your Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Wow, you pressed the button way too fast. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex. But I've stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Huzzah!
He always has that mad look on his face.
He always looks like he's scowling, yeah. I'm depending on you. Go
That's
get him,
because
kid.
I'm Professor Effin Oak. And here we go.
Phone call from Elm. Hello, Hero. It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now.
Great feature. Always receiving calls from any players over there, you know.
Except when you want to get on your freaking bike and Professor Oak won't let you do it. And here is a new Pokemon, a Hoppip.
Hoppip.
Hoppip. And it's a grass, so I'm wondering if Alex is considering catching it. Oh wait, no, you don't have Pokemon yet, do you?
I don't think I do.
I don't think you can catch them just yet.
Oh yeah, I also run into a bit of slowdown. I get it. Sorry, people. Fraps is a resource hog. That's why I had to recently dump it. I wish I dumped it a lot sooner.
I swear, you're gonna have to interject Sonic music when you edit this again.
I will, I promise. Not in this part, but in the next part.
And then people are gonna be like, why is he complaining about the music?
It looks like one eye is bigger than the other.
Always! One step into the town, and you get attacked! Now, one of the complaints I have heard some purists actually give is that, as compared to Gen 1, Gen 2 is kind of easy mode. I don't know if I would agree on that.
I don't know if I've heard that for Gen 2, but...
I've heard a lot of people make the argument that Gen 2 is easy mode because it holds your hand a little bit more.
Oh. You got a Pokemon at the lab! What a waste! A wimp like you! Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean! I always thought Derek Stephen Prince would be the perfect voice for that character.
Who, what?
Derek Stephen Prince. He should totally voice the rival here.
No.
Yes,
Derek,
yes!
You're talking Impmon?
Yes.
That guy gets way too much work.
And if people don't realize it, that your rival always ends up picking a Pokemon that has an advantage over you.
Yep. Because your rival should always feel like a challenge.
You know what I found? Pretty much since Gen 3 on, rivals have become less antagonistic to you and more like your friend.
No, to my knowledge, this is the only, like, legit evil rival you have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they literally paint him as a jerk.
Well,
He mistreats his Pokemon.
Well, they did the same with Gary.
No, I actually think they did worse with this guy than they did with Gary. Because they at least kind of gave a semblance with Gary that he respected his Pokemon and had a knowledge of them. This one just treats them like slaves.
Mm-hmm.
As you'll find out later, like, when people try to teach him, well, the heart of the cards in this version, he throws it off. And I love that feature to this character. That's why, in a lot of cases, this is, like, the only one you could call a villain.
Well, to me, this rival reminds me of Paul from one of the later generations in Pokemon, you know, the cartoon series.
Because I was actually going to say, I mean, in the most recent gen, all of the people who are considered your rivals are like best friends.
Well,
right?
that's what
They're
I was...
part of like a little clique.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
So that's a major difference.
So, yeah, Gen 1 and 2 are really the only two games to actually do the more antagonistic rival to you.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just more like your friendly competitor. My name's... question marks. No, I did not name him that. We just don't get a chance to name him yet.
Oh, did I say Pokemon trainer? I meant Pokemon slave owner.
I should have got a little more fine, whatever.
I like the... To people who are thinking that I'm saying I don't like this rival, no, this is actually one of my favorite rivals in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Because he actually feels like a dick. You know? It feels like you have to be the good guy in order to prove him wrong. So, I think that was actually a really good addition.
Uh-huh. And I still say, Impmon's voice actor totally would be perfect for him. I don't know why you disagree.
I'm not saying I disagree with that. I think he'd be fine. I just would want to find somebody else. Because I know that there's a better fit for him.
I can't think of a better fit than Derek Stephen Prince.
There's one out there, I know it.
I disagree. I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. I was just getting some information from Professor Elm. Apparently it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled a trainer like that? Did you happen to get his name? And I do name him.
I'd just like to point out that this is a male cop, not a female one. So it's official. It's Officer Joe. I've coined it. You've called him Jin?
Yeah. Means silver.
Oh. I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Because he actually does have a friend named Jin.
Yes, I do. I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Like, does he actually watch these videos?
I think you've seen a few of them. So I actually want to get into this. So you can still see that there's a Pokeball right there. Have you guys by chance seen the discarded Pokemon thing from Dorkly?
I have not seen that one.
Where after the Pokemon have been picked, they just throw them away.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's like so sad. It makes you feel so bad for the Pokemon because Professor Oak's like, well, everybody's picked. I'll have to throw this one away, and then you just see this just pile of dirty Pokeballs in his trash bin.
Hero! Use these on your Pokedex quest. Hero received Pokeball. To add to your Pokedex, throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemon to get them. Hero put Pokeballs in the ball pocket. And here's the new addition, is separate compartments for your bag.
Oh, that was so needed.
Yes. We all had a lot of item cap rage in Gen 1.
What's this? Inventory management? Seriously, how can you not like that?
Wow, that's a cute Pokemon. I guess I should let Andrea do this.
Where did you get it? So you're leaving on an adventure? Okay, I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know. I'll save money for you.
No, Mom! No!
Do you want me to save your money?
No, I want to keep my money!
Okay, I'll take care of your money.
Dang it!
Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on. And don't forget to change your underwear.
Oh, she just pulled the Delia.
This was actually something that irritated me a little bit with this.
You don't like money saving?
Where she takes a little bit of your money.
But it's
I'm just like, you make it sound like I'm not gonna spend my money properly. I've played these games before!
It is optional. Besides, it's kind of a wise idea. But okay, but that's all the time we have for Pokemon Crystal Part 1. So tune in next time as we hit the road for Violet City.
Pokemon, do 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 do.